has been the most extraordinary experience of my entire life. We're about to go on a little adventure together, and that adventure is going to span 17 years of music. How does that sound? Welcome to the acoustic setting. It's a cool summer. Are you ready for it? I'm drunk, people back in the car, and I cried like a baby coming home from the bar. Said I'm fine, but it wasn't true. Love you ain't got the worst thing you ever had. People would come up to me and they'd be like, "You gonna just like do a show with like all the albums in it?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be called the Eras Tour. See you there."
Taylor Swift and U2 Revisited. How Money Drives Artists to Remake Albums. 1989 Taylor's version will be the American's fourth re-release, but she's not alone in going back to the studio to re-record some of her biggest hits. With the likes of U2 and Roger Waters also revisiting their songbooks, there are few certainties in the music business, but you can bet your house or whatever you hold dearest on Taylor Swift topping the U.S. album charts. She releases 1989 Taylor's version on Friday, and it's certain to follow its predecessor, Speak Now Taylor's version, to the #1 spot, the Billboard 200. That album, which came out in June, became the most streamed album in a single day in Spotify's history. It is a remarkable achievement because these are re-recorded versions of previous big-selling Swift albums. Speak Now was originally released in 2010 and 1989, named after the year of her birth, and is generally thought to be her best album, in 2014. It is a sign of her enormous popularity and fervor of her fanbase that she can shift huge figures for new versions that are only lightly redone already. Swift has released 4 re-recorded albums, all billed Taylor's version, and there are 2 more to go. The enterprise has helped push her past the likes of Bruce Springsteen when it comes to U.S. #1 albums. The reason for the reworking her albums is strictly financial. Swift's original record deal was inked when she was just 15, and as so many young stars did and do, she signed away ownership of her recordings, or masters, as they are known in the business. In 2019, her former manager Scooter Braun acquired her first 6 albums, which had been released by Big Machine Records. It immediately gave the controversial impresario control of much of her back catalog. Swift had been in the process of trying to purchase them, and losing out to Braun, whom she has accused of bullying her, was the final straw. Hence the revenge of selling her own version and asking her fans to purchase and stream those rather than the originals. There's little from an artistic point of view to excite about the scheme. The original version of 1989 is a wonderful power pop album that doffs its hat to the synth pop and soft rock that characterized the 80s. The new incarnation, while perfectly fine, doesn't improve on the 2014 version. In fact, it sounds a little beige in places. But the key, from Swift's viewpoint, is she has complete ownership. The commercial performance of the albums is being watched with keen interest by the industry. If Swift can do it, the thinking is that other huge names will follow suit. Why bother going to the trouble of writing and recording a brand new album when you can simply rejig old songs? In many ways, that's